Hi, I'm Kelsey from ratings.com. Today we'll be doing a review of the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro. We'll be evaluating on our standardized test bench to see how it performs and if you should buy it. The Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro is available with two different switches. You have the option to choose the Razer green switch that are tactile and clicky, or the Razer yellow switch, which are linear. We bought and tested the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro with the Razer green switches. It is a full-size wireless backlit mechanical keyboard that has all the main specifications you expect from a gaming-oriented keyboard, while having the ability to be a good office keyboard. However, some may find it too loud in an office setting, but we'll talk more about that later. The Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro has excellent build quality. It's made largely of plastic with an aluminum faceplate that exhibits very little flex. It comes with double-shot ABS keycaps that feel nice on your fingertips and feel durable, but it might not be the most resistant to shining from your finger oils over time. There's some minor wobble to the keys, most noticeably with the spacebar, shift, backspace, and enter keys. Also, the stabilizers do have a rattle sound. It's a straight keyboard with good ergonomics. It features two incline settings and comes with a detachable plushy wrist rest that helps make the keyboard comfortable to use. The incline feet open vertically, meaning they can fold back in if you push your keyboard forward. The rubber feet on the bottom do a good job with keeping the keyboard in place during regular use so it won't slide around easily. It has full RGB backlighting with individually lit keys that shine through the keycaps. You can adjust the brightness directly on board, and you can customize the colors, effects, and speed through the companion software. It doesn't get too bright, but it should be bright enough for usage during the day, and it can be lowered for gaming sessions at night or typing in the dark so you can see your keys but not be blinded by them. It comes with a 6.5-foot detachable USB-C cable, and this board can be used wirelessly or wired. It is a braided cable, but it tends to retain some of the kinks from its initial packaging. Now on to the test results, and first we'll take a look at the functionality of this keyboard. The Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro has a few extra features. It has dedicated media keys like playback controls and a volume control wheel. It has a game mode hotkey which disables the Windows key, and it also disables other keys which you can choose in the Razer software for uninterrupted gaming. All its keys are macro-programmable, including the volume wheel and media keys. You can even record and save macros directly on board using the macro hotkey, so there's no need for software to create some macros on the fly if you plan on bringing the keyboard elsewhere, say to a friend's house. There is also a Hypershift mode. Hypershift is a feature in the software that allows you to temporarily unlock secondary set of functions on top of your existing key assignments. This feature effectively increases the number of customizable keys on your keyboard. You can connect up to 4 devices, 3 over Bluetooth and 1 with the 2.4 GHz wireless Hyperspeed adapter or in wired mode. The adapter can be stored under the board in a storage slot. And since this keyboard has Bluetooth, you can pair it with your cell phones or tablets, as well as your work and home PCs all at the same time. The software is only available on Windows. Razer Synapse 3 is relatively easy to use and provides plenty of customization options, including macros, profiles, RGB lighting controls, and has onboard memory. Note, the keyboard is not fully compatible with macOS and Linux since there's no accompanying software to get the most out of the keyboard. But as I mentioned previously, you can record and set macros directly on board, so it will do the job just fine in most cases while using either operating systems. Now on to the typing experience. We bought the keyboard with the Razer green switches, which are tactile and clicky switches. A clicky switch is a mechanical switch that gives off an audible click sound when pressed, and a tactile bump feel with each keystroke. Typically, it's a preferred switch type among heavy typists or gamers who want a clear indication that a keystroke has been fully registered. However, it may not be the best in an office environment or gaming in a room with someone near you, as the loud clicky sounds can be annoying to some people. In that case, we would recommend the Razer yellow switches that are linear and quiet, which gamers tend to prefer, but isn't as satisfying for typists who typically enjoy a tactile bump. The pre-travel distance of the Razer green switches is low, which result in a very responsive feel, but not low enough to potentially cause unintentional strokes to be registered. The actual typing quality is great. The clicky switches don't require much force to actuate and offer an audible sound that lets you know when keystrokes are registered. The double-shot ABS keycaps feel good to the touch, and while there's a slight wobble to the keys, it's not noticeable while typing, with the exception of the larger keys. The switches shouldn't cause much fatigue, and the included plushy wrist rest is very comfortable to use and helps with reducing any fatigue or soreness when using the board for many hours. As mentioned earlier, the Razer green switches are loud, and it may annoy others while you're typing. For you gamers, low latency is important to reduce the time the actuation of a key takes to show up on screen. You'll be happy to know that this keyboard offers exceptionally low latency while using the Hyperspeed receiver or wire directly into your computer. However, in Bluetooth mode, the latency is higher. So this brings us to the main question: should you buy this keyboard? Yes, the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro is a great gaming keyboard that offers what you need to bring your gaming to the next level. It has customizable RGB backlighting, great build quality and ergonomics, as well as the fully macro-programmable keys. It's definitely a more gaming-oriented board. If the Razer green clicky switches aren't your cup of tea, you can opt for the Razer yellow silent linear switches. If you want a more compact keyboard that is easier to carry around with similar gaming performance, the Razer BlackWidow V3 Mini Hyperspeed is an excellent choice. It has a lot in common with the Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro, such as the Razer green switches, customizability options, and low latency, but in a more compact size. For those of you who want a good full-size keyboard with good gaming performance without breaking the bank, the HyperX Alloy Origins is a great choice.